Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. Alright, let's get started. Alright, it looks like we've got some more circles on the grid today. It's making some kind of like a box shape with a little bit of a tail on the top and bottom. Interesting. Alright, let's start with one across. Buds that are very close. This almost feels like misdirection to me. Is it not talking about friends? Is it actually talking about like flower buds? Conks. Is that like conks out for a nap maybe? I guess it could be naps. Unoccupied. Maybe that could be free. Cheese in a spanakopita. That's Greek, so that should probably be feta. Oh, maybe this is just about friends. It could be BFFs, right? Yeah, and it's just informal language because of the word buds. Okay. So this is not naps, though. It could be bops, maybe? Like, if you conk someone on the head, you could bop them on the head. Cookie that has been deemed kosher since 1997. That's probably our crossword standby, the Oreo. Maybe it is bops. Let's put in bops. What is this here? Make wise through experience. SEA, that's an unusual beginning. Booze hounds. I would want that to be sops. But that's a little too short. All right, let's take a look at this. This is probably a theme answer because it has all the circles in it. Porky's significant other. I guess, are they talking about Porky Pig? I want to say maybe it's Petunia Pig. I think that sounds right. I think I have that in the recesses of my brain somewhere. So what does this give us with the circles? TNIAP. That doesn't mean anything going forwards, but I guess, let's see, if it's backwards, it's paint. Backwards paint. Interesting. Okay, that doesn't really mean anything to me. But maybe once we get some more of these, it'll start to make sense. Is a souse a drunk? Souses, maybe? And then this could be season. Like you could talk about a person being seasoned. Yeah, they have wisdom. Veterans Day month has to be November. Exceedingly. Could that be ever so? We were ever so excited. Okay. Noted colonial pamphleteer. It's not Swift? No, he wasn't a colonial pamphleteer, though. I'm not sure who this is. Yeah, I might need some help with this one. Senora Perón? That's Ava Perón, right? Small hard seed? Could that be a pip? Yeah, I think that's another word for a seed. For those who think young sloganeer once. I think that was a Pepsi slogan. What is this? Walled city of Spain? Oh, this is Paine, isn't it? Yeah. Is it Thomas Paine? The goose can correct me on that one if I'm wrong, but yeah, that's right. I think it is Paine. Okay, so... Moccasin, e.g. That could be an example of a slip-on. False friend in Shakespeare. I guess that's Iago, the villain of Othello. So this is Avila? Yeah, I haven't heard of that city. Oh, we've got a cross clue here. Oh, this is the revealer. All right, well, I guess let's take a look at it. With 21 across, artist known to 39 across, pigments back and forth onto canvases. Well, we have paint. I wonder if this is about Jackson Pollock, because he kind of splattered paint all over his canvases, right? Is it spatter? Maybe, and then it could be Jackson Pollock. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. And then are all of these circles going to be about paint, maybe? It can't be because they're different numbers of letters. I wonder what the rest of these are going to be. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Babe in the Arctic. So this is about a young animal, probably. Maybe it's like a seal pup? That'd be my best guess there. Drainage collector. It's not a sewer. Sports event in which athletes try to avoid being touched. I wonder if that's epee. That's fencing, right? You don't want to get touched in fencing. Is this paint again? It could be paint going down this way. Gillette razor handle. This is kind of misdirection. This is asking for a name of a Gillette razor, right? Handle's another word for a name. So that's the Gillette Atra. You have to learn this word if you do crosswords, even though you'll never see these in stores. They show up on the crossword all the time. Chicago Exchange in brief. Is that the Mercantile Exchange? Like times that are the most expensive? That's got to be peak times, right? Like on a train or something. Oh, I guess this is sump, right? Like a sump pump? Okay. What is this long down here? Somewhat. Oh, I think I spelled Jackson Pollock's name wrong. I think it's Pollock with an O. So maybe then that could make this up to a point. And then that does give us paint going down this time. Okay. I wonder, maybe this is going to be paint and then paint again. Paint, yeah, maybe it is. Maybe they just don't intersect. Yeah, that would make sense. I guess I was imagining these continuing up through here, but I think it's just self-contained within the answer. So maybe it is all just going to be paint. Okay. Letters at a bar. What kind of bar? Is it about a lawyer's bar? A drinking bar? I'm not sure. Daffy Duck, notably. He's a notable lisper. That's weird, though. It doesn't work with spatter. I wonder if that's wrong. Lisper. And then that makes this IPA. That makes sense. India Pale Ale. That's kind of beer that would be at a bar. Okay. Terrific could be super. Attempt to block. Could be oppose, maybe? Like if you oppose a piece of legislation. Greeting in Rio. That should be hola, right? Because that's Portuguese. Okay, make art like Jackson Pollock as suggested by this puzzle circled letters. Male hedgehog could be a boar. Be blank, motto for Wikipedia contributors. I actually don't know that. Low-ranking sailor. Could that be a swabby? Because you have to swab the deck all the time. Accept responsibility for should be own. Indian flatbread is definitely roadie. I love roadie. Official proceedings. I'm not sure about this one. Maybe this is dribble and it's not spatter. Okay. That would make sense. All right. Yeah, that's definitely still working with all our paint answers. Weep could be cry. Dreamboat of a guy could be an Adonis. And then this is acta. Okay, I guess that's like Latin maybe. So I wonder if this is going to be paint and we can just Figure out one letter. Signal that a reply is coming in a messaging app. Is it dots? Maybe? Yeah, like you see dots when someone else is typing, right? So maybe that makes sense. And then this is going to be paint again? Okay. Original blank. What you need some wiggle room to do. And this is wordplay. Some wiggle room. Is it room to literally wiggle? Maybe it's dance? That's a pretty cute clue there. Betelgeuse's constellation. Is Betelgeuse in Orion? It seems pretty likely. Diatribe trigger. I'm not sure about that one. Where you might find love away from home. And this is more wordplay. I think I have a clue as to where the pun is going to be. I think it's going to be the word love, because in tennis, love means 0, right? So maybe it could be tennis camp. That's fantastic. I love that one. That's great. So all of these clues have paint in them, either backwards or forwards. That's pretty cool. Okay. Pat, who wrote The Prince of Tides and The Great Santini. I have no idea. I would guess it's Conroy, maybe. Source of some rings. You know what? I think dance must be wrong. Yeah, none of these are right. Or this should be original sin, right? Maybe this is ire. That would be a diatribe trigger. And then this should be onion, right? Source of some rings. Oh, so it's disco. Okay, it's still about dancing, but it's a very specific kind of dancing. Okay. Biology or chemistry. Those are both sciences, abbreviated. So we want this to be an R, right? Pacific food fish. Oh no, I don't know that. It could start with rock, maybe. Come together. Join, maybe? Yeah. Running shoe brand. I never remember this. I have to remember, I have to like commit this to memory. I have to make a mnemonic device or something. Remove from danger informally. Shouldn't that be evac? Yeah, I think it should. And then I think this is like a via or something. Long ride, and this is wordplay. What kind of ride are they talking about? It can't be like a car ride. I'm not sure about that one. Organization for Lieutenant Columbo. Are they talking about Columbo the detective? Was he part of the LAPD? I think that would make sense. So is this gel? That's interesting. It's not G-E-L, it's J-E-L-L, like jello. That's an unusual spelling. So maybe this should be limo. That's a long ride, right? And it's a via. I'm never going to remember this. A-V-I-A. Okay, so maybe this is rock cod. Let's leave it for last, though, because this is going to be kind of a guess. Gem, that's a woman's name. That's definitely Opal. It's a very pretty name. So then we've got paint. Again, I wonder if we can get this last themer just based on the paint letters. Blank station, Central London Railway Terminal. That's got to be Paddington Station, right? Just like Paddington Bear. Very nice. Highly decorated. Is this about a highly decorated veteran? I don't know. Industry that encourages strikes, and this is wordplay, so this is not about a labor strike, right? Maybe it's just the oil industry, because you'd want to strike oil, right? Maybe this is Be Bold? It's interesting. I wouldn't have expected it to be that. Okay. Oklahoma's state tree. It's not a cedar. Maybe this is ornate. It's just talking about something that is decorated ornately. So it's a red something. It could be an elm or a fir. Probably not a fir. It could be an oak, maybe. Taunts so as to get a reaction. Suffered a wipeout. That could be ate it, right? If you eat dirt, kind of when you're like surfing or skateboarding or something. Jetés, e.g. We just learned what a jeté is. That's a ballet leap, right? Leaps. Okay. Narcs.org would be the Drug Enforcement Agency. Yeah. Tango flourish. Could be a dip. Yeah. We've got a lot of dancing going on in this bottom section. We want this to be an O or an E, right? No, it should be Bates, right? And what is this? Red B? Samovar. A samovar is a kind of liquid container. We use it for coffee, right? So maybe it could be an urn. I have no idea what this tree is going to be. Melodic passage? That's cool, Daddy-O. An equivalent phrase could maybe be, I dig it. Yeah, you could say that if you're a hepcat. Palindromic guy's name. That could be Otto, right? Just like the autopilot from Airplane. Succeed and then some. So this is about doing really well. Leaning to the right, abbreviated. I think this is about text. It could be like italicized text. Yeah. One leaning to the right. Okay, more leaning to the right. Is this politically to the right? Doesn't seem like it. Recycle blank. Sign on a bin. Could that be recycle only? I have no idea what this is going to be. Maybe this is a Tory. Maybe it is political. Yeah, that would be English political party, right? Is this sore? That seems a little weird. I don't know. Fragrant compound could be an ester. Use that in perfumes, right? Like an oboe sound could be reedy. And that gives us suffix with quartz. Quartzite? Okay. And Homer's neighbor on The Simpsons is Ned. Yeah, that's Ned Flanders. And then modest reply to a compliment. I try, yes. Okay, so we've got two squares we're not sure about. All right, well, I think I'm actually more sure about Rock Cod and Conroy. So let's put in Conroy, Pat Conroy. And then this is going to be a little tricky. Arioso and Soar. Is there anything else here that makes sense? I don't think so. I think it has to be Soar. All right, let's throw that S in and see if that does it for us. Nice. Wow. All right, a pretty decent time for a Wednesday. I think that's kind of on target. Arioso. Wow, that is so hard. I wonder if that's related to the word aria. Soar, I guess, is okay. Like if your sales soar, they would really be succeeding. Yeah. That's tough, man. We had some nice little mini themed sections on this puzzle today. I liked the little leaning to the right section here. This was very tricky, this Tory one, because it's an English political party. We had a little dance area down here. We also had some nice wordplay. We had a dance wordplay, actually. We needed some wiggle room to disco. This is also really nice, this long ride for limo. Yeah. And let's talk about the theme. I think this is kind of a nice tribute puzzle. Yeah, we had Jackson Pollock's whole name in here. Kind of his method of painting, dribbling paint. And then we had some cool phrases or words that all contain the letters of paint in order. either forwards or backwards. Petunia Pig, Up to a Point, Paddington, which is a really nice piece of fill there, and Tennis Camp, which was another really fantastic little bit of wordplay there. I loved that. Love Away from Home. Excellent. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed making some beautiful abstract art with me today. I'm going to be coming back at you tomorrow for the marquee themed puzzle of the week, the Thursday, and I think that's going to do it for now. All right, I'll see you next time.